it's going to be a horse race right here.
The immunity buckle came down to Tyler and JP.
JP's horse is turning to the inside. Who's going to get him circled right here? Tyler's got him. Tyler's got him. Can he get the flag? Tyler got it.
And Tyler came out on top.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, Tyler, you're safe from elimination.
And the yellow team was pushed to their limits.
I can't even find him. Straight to your left, Tyler. Oh, dang it.
Did you forget?
Golly.
Fatty was sent home.
You know, you just didn't have your best performance today, and you really needed to show up and throw down. So you're not going to be the ultimate cowboy, Fatty.
Thank you, sir.
And I love you to death, brother.
Thank you.
And now, only 6 cowboys are left. Who will ride on and who will be sent back? Only one will leave here with $50,000 worth of cattle, an air-equipped 87 Series Q-Catch cattle chute, and their new Healer portable corral. Who will win?
The Ultimate Cowboy Showdown All-Stars.
So it's a new morning here in Wickenburg, Arizona, and this morning, first thing, we have an immunity buckle challenge. And I feel like I've been pretty steady. I had that big mistake with the wagon. Ooh! But this is the time to really even kick it up another notch or win another immunity buckle.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hey, Papa.
Hey. Hey. What doing, sea monster?
Hi.
Oh, I love those hearts, pretty girl. When I talk to my granddaughters, it hits old Pawpaw right in the feelers. You know, that's pretty well why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here. Them baby girls, you know, they need to grow up and have a role model. They need to grow up and say, hey, you know what? My Pawpaw can still lay it down.
I love you.
I love you. And I wish I was there.
We wish you were here too. Have fun. Take care. Be safe.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Unfortunately, we lost Fatty last night, but hey, we're gonna lose a lot more people till we get to that #1 spot. And honestly, I wanna have that immunity buckle because I don't wanna be the one that goes home. I have no idea what today has in store, but whatever it is, I'm ready.
Okay, Cowboys, good morning.
Morning.
You are the top 6. Congratulations. This will be our final immunity buckle challenge, and it's the most important one yet, because there are no more teams.
It's been a while since I won an immunity buckle challenge, you know, so no offense to anybody here, but I'm gonna go hard today. I need to win this.
Today we'll be testing your cow cutting skills, but we're also going to test the relationships that you built with your opponents. Today's challenge is called Cut the Competition. Down in the bottom of Lake George here are 6 pens, 1 for each cowboy. There's also a herd of Hoffman cattle, and each cowboy is going to have 5 minutes to cut out 5 cows
And put those cattle in the pens of the opponents that you're trying to work against.
The winner of this challenge is the cowboy with the least amount of cows in their pen after all 6 cowboys have had a chance.
You want their score to be high and yours to be as low as possible.
Now here's the thing. Any cows that you can't cut in that time go into your pen. And for the last time, the winner of this competition will get this Outlaw Spirit Immunity Buckle. Be safe from elimination. Helping me today is Buddy Schnoffer and Cash Myers, and also the winner of Ultimate Cowboy Season 3, Coy Malonzo.
Coy won Season 3 and really showed out in the sorting and cutting challenges. He had no quit in him, and his tenacity earned him the Ultimate Cowboy Buckle.
Oh, Coy is here today, and that's pretty cool. He did win Season 3 fair and square. I just wish he was competing in this All-Star season because I want to beat him.
Trace?
Good to see you again,
Yes, sir.
Coy. Any advice for these folks?
Watch old Buck now. He's the cutter of the group here, guys. When it comes down to it, it's winner takes all. And go ahead and do what you know you need to do. Ride your horse, be fast, take no prisoners.
Everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
I love a challenge like this. This is where my patience, my older age, my confidence in my horse and in myself, it's gotta pay off. It's the last chance I got to take home an immunity buckle to either one of my grandgirls.
So far, John Paul and Tyler has been winning all the immunities.
I'm here to help. If you guys want to mediate, I'll mediate.
Tyler.
I'm not putting no cow in your pen. You just let me know what I can do
I'm
to
sorry,
help.
but my ears are closed. They're not listening.
I'm not putting any in your pen either. You guys can hold me to it. I don't want JP here, so I'm gonna make an alliance with Sarah, Diamond Jam, and Jackson, put cattle in JP's pen. I'm gonna make sure that the guy that I need not to get the immunity buckle doesn't have it. Simple as that. I'll be real honest, I don't need the immunity buckle.
Finally, some honesty.
I want you guys to win. I'm here for you.
I'm hearing
Golly, you are such a coyote, you know that? Tyler's trying to make it an alliance with Jackson, Diamond, and I. And I don't really think that's a good idea because I think Tyler is just out for Tyler. I'm going after Diamond and Jackson. They've not had the immunity buckle. I don't want them to have the immunity buckle. I want the immunity buckle.
You ready, Sarah?
I guess it's ever I'll ever be.
5 minutes starts now.
Sarah's up first. She's got 5 minutes to sort out 5 cows and put them in at least 2 of her opponent's pens.
I'm the first one up. There's no cattle in the pen. The cows don't know where to go. You're just fighting an uphill battle.
She's cut out 3 and she's bringing them towards the pen. Slow and steady will get them in.
She's got 3, she's gonna go somewhere.
We're bringing them to Diamond.
Cash, can you open up Diamond's pen, please?
Fair enough, little sister.
I mean, you got 2 minutes and you gotta make a push for it right here.
And hope like heck it works.
She pushed them too hard. There they go.
1 minute, Sarah.
Much as I hate to say it, patience would have helped her tremendously right there.
This may be a little more difficult than one would think.
Very much so.
Sarah, time's up.
They just about go in the pen, and then it just turns to mess. It's like bread soup, you know what I mean? It just gets soggy and it falls apart, and it did not work.
She didn't get any cows in the pen, so 5 will go in hers. The cowboy with the least amount of cows at the end of this game will win immunity. Jackson's up next. Let's see if he can get any cows in his opponent's pens. Oh, he's taking it much slower than Sarah did.
Buddy, you mind grabbing Buck's pen?
Turn her heads, Jackson. Turn her head, Jackson. Don't do
That wasn't
Stick
a
with
good
those
idea.
2.
But see what he's doing?
He had 2 cows sorted out and left them to go get more. He only has 1 minute left. That's a big risk.
Ooh, be careful. Ooh, be careful. Ooh, be careful.
Those cows are outrunning him, and he's running out of time.
That's time, Jackson. 5 go in your pen.
Jackson failed to pen any cows, so just like Sarah, 5 go in his.
It didn't work out in my favor, but I've made it this far without an immunity. Just gotta keep on keeping on.
Buck's up next. He's a cutting horse trainer, so this should be right down his alley.
You know, Jackson and Sarah got too fast on him. I'm gonna use my experience, use my horse, and go about this in a quiet manner. Let's go, JP.
Buck has managed to get 5 cows sorted from the herd, and now he needs to ease them into JP's open pen.
Looky there. Looky there, folks. All right, Buck, time's up.
No luck. 5 cows will go in his pen.
After watching one person fail, why would you do the same strategy that the person before you did? Second person fails. Okay, there's 2 strikes, and then Buck does the same strategy. Everybody's saying like this challenge can't be done, it's too tough. Stand by.
All right, Tyler, there's cows in 3 pens. It's your turn. Your time starts now.
Hey, Cash, go ahead and open up that end pen if you don't care, bud.
Tyler's looking to put cattle in JP's pen first. That's the first time we've seen the pens being opened before the herd was gathered.
I want to put all of my cattle in JP's pen and maybe put 1 cow in Buck's pen. Who wants the strong competitors here? Everybody wants the tough guys out.
Tyler's working faster than the first 3 cowboys and using a different strategy with sorting. He's brought the whole herd to the pens and he's going to try to sort them out there. Let's see if it works.
The thing to do is kind of let those cows sit there, ease in there, pop you 4 of them in, and then take that last one somewhere and keep this herd standing here.
Bring that gate, Cash.
He did it. He got 2 in JP's pen.
Open Diamond's gate, please.
That just goes to show the integrity of who I'm running with on this deal.
Ha. 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 Ha.
He's got 2 more in Diamonds.
Open Sarah's.
He has 1 left and he's trying to get it into Sarah's.
Tyler, time's up. Okay, Tyler, so you got 2 cows against JP, 2 cows against Diamond.
You were able to get 4 out of 5 cows' pens, so 1 will go in yours. That means the score is now Sarah, Buck, and Jackson with 5, JP 2, Diamond 2, Tyler 1. Remember, the cowboy with the least amount of cows in their pen after everyone's gone wins immunity. Right now, Tyler is in the lead with 1.
Diamond, does that make you look at Tyler a little differently, or?
He also said he wasn't gonna stick any in your pen either.
It's the truth. I wasn't gunning for Diamond. I'm not gunning for Sarah. With that being said, the plans can change to better my game.
Thank you for that, Tyler, because you just sent a wolf into the chicken house. Thank you for that, Tyler, because you just sent a wolf into the chicken house. When Tyler put them 3 head in my pen, I thought, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You want to play? Well, then let's play. I've been waiting to go ahead and let the wolf out.
You let him howl.
You're up, Diamond. Your time starts now.
I'm trying to do a Babe Ruth and knock it out the park. If you think I ain't gonna bring it all on this next round, then you ain't been watching. How about Tyler?
Diamond has 5 minutes to get 5 cows in at least 2 of his opponent's pens. Looks like he's trying to get most into Tyler's.
That's my babies. My babies. Tyler, can you hear that wolf howling in the distance? I think I can. I think I can really hear that wolf howling right now.
He got 4 in Tyler's.
I'm gonna have my 4 right there. Can I get this gate shut?
That was good sorting, Diamond.
Let's change the JPs, please, sir.
He has 1 cow left and he's trying to get it into JP.
Hey. If you'll walk towards them others a little bit, I'll give you some air. I'll give you some air. How about that? No.
Time's up.
I don't know if the wind blew just right. I don't know if the angle of sun caught something off the glare. I don't know if the leaf rustled, but it worked.
Diamond, you got 4 into Tyler's, and you'll get 1 in yours.
Right now, the score is JP with 2, Diamond with 3, Tyler, Sarah, Buck, and Jackson with 5. JP's the last one up, and with Diamond only trailing him by 1 cow, JP needs to get all 5 of his cattle into his opponent's pens in order to secure the win.
Time starts now.
Like you say, he's just gonna have to get 5 cattle pens to be the winner.
I'm the last one up here, and all I have to do is put 4 in one pen and 1 in another, and I'll walk away with 4 immunity buckles.
Remember, any cows JP doesn't pen in 5 minutes go in his own pen. So he has to get 5 cows in other people's pens.
Go ahead and open Diamond's pen.
If you recall, JP said he wasn't putting any cattle in your pens either, but the plan obviously changed.
It always does, doesn't it?
JP's using the same strategy as Tyler and Diamond, bringing the whole herd to the pens and sorting them out there.
If he can get him 1 to walk up in there, I think he'll get 3 or 4 right here.
That's all it takes.
Close it.
Oh, he almost got one in, but it came out before the gate shut. It doesn't count. Now the whole herd's gone.
Oh man, he might have to go get the whole herd again.
JP needs to get at least 4 cows pinned to tie with Diamond. Otherwise, Diamond will take the win.
Easy, John Paul. Easy, brother.
Roll them! Roll them!
It could happen. It could happen.
Time's up.
He didn't get any cattle pins, so 5 go into his. Diamond will win this immunity buckle with only 3 cows in his pen.
I'm really frustrated right now. It was mine again, and I didn't take it home. And you know, I had all the cattle right there. They just didn't work out for me. The only way to look at this is you got to keep on going.
All right, y'all. That was a little harder than we all thought it might.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, Diamond wins the Immunity Buckle Challenge, and honestly, that's not ideal because I still haven't won one. And if I make it to the top 3 and I don't have any immunity buckles behind me, I don't think the judges are going to look at that in a good light.
So everybody had 5 in their pens except JP. He had 7, and then Diamond had the fewest. You won the Outlaw Spirit Immunity Buckle. Here you go.
Nice job, Diamond.
Good job,
All
Diamond.
right.
Good job.
Good job.
That ounce of patience is worth a pound of gold. Just because I got the immunity buckle going in this next challenge, that don't mean nothing to me. I'm gonna leave everything on the field as I do every single time I step up to bat. Look at him. He might go. He might go. Get ready to hold him. He might go. Hold him.
Oh, old Jim talking about he could just rear him in there. He's having a little trouble there.
That right there is.
What a day.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know. Like, I came here for a purpose, and I feel like it didn't really show today, and it's frustrating. I'm a woman trying to make it in a man's world, and I really want to set that level for people. Like, hey, look, just because those guys tell you you can't, that doesn't mean anything. That just means you work harder and you show them at the end of the day, like, look, I'm a hand. I don't know. I came out here to, like, show, you know, like, that just because I didn't come from, like, a background of, like, generations of cowboys, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still go and compete with the best of them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sarah Fody grew up in Florida on her family's beekeeping farm. Her dad started it, and she's continued the legacy. She runs 1,000 to 3,000 colonies a year. Being a cowboy is a separate passion for her.
You didn't grow up on a ranch?
no, shoot, no, like, far from it. I mean, you know, my mom had horses and she raced them for, like, endurance and stuff, but, like, we didn't do anything with cows or anything like that. And my dad, he, like, disliked animals.
He's not a horse
He
guy.
was not a horseman.
What are they doing now?
Oh, they both passed.
I'm sorry. Was it a long time ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. My mom passed away when I was 18, my dad when I was 25.
And my mom was extremely competitive, and that's where I get a lot of that tenacity from. But my dad, he was a one-of-a-kind man. He was my best friend.
He wasn't one with words of, like, confirmation, you know what I mean? I think that man probably only told me that he loved me 5 times that I can remember. But he just, like, you know, he would give you the world. But he just wasn't a guy of emotion, and I think a lot of that drew off on me. I don't really have a sensitive side, you know? But my dad had cancer, and
Before my dad passed away, I made a promise that I would always take care of my sister and my nieces and nephews. And, you know, winning this competition would really do that for me.
I want to show those little kids that I don't care what you set your mind to, you can attain it. You do what you know you have to do to get there. And to be able to bring those cattle back home and continue that promise I made to my dad.
It means everything to me.
Like 2 nights ago, I listened to a voicemail from my dad. I have one left on my phone. And what I would give to hear that man's voice one more time and just like, hey, Dad, like, look what I did, you know? I made it. I made it. I didn't run that business into the ground, but everything's paid for, you know? But I know he knows it. I know that he knows what he made me and what he built me to be. Like, I know that in my mind, but it's just the hands were dealt, you know? But I don't know, like, I think it's cool, like, coming here and competing with these guys and, like, you're getting in their heads and you're out riding them and you're out working them and they know that. And I'm a real big threat to him, and like, it'd have been cool for him to see it, you know? They taught me a lot. A little bit of that fire under you, you know, make you do what you know you can do.
That's right. That's something to be proud of. I wouldn't hang your head about today. There's a lot of moving parts to that, and I think you did good. And I'm sure your parents are watching all of it.
No way, Tris. We've got 9. We've got 9, not 8. Oh my gosh, Tris, good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl, Tris. So, about 2 o'clock, Tris started whining, and Tris started giving birth. You just take care of these puppies. That's your job now. I'll take care of everything else. And then at that point, I got down on the floor, and I stayed on the floor with her all night. My best friend, she had 9 puppies, and they're all healthy. They're all doing good. Congratulations, Tris. I'm so proud of you. It was very, very hectic, but it's all worth it. Bye-bye, baby. I'm doing things. Do something in here. Bye-bye, Tris. Good girl. You stay in there, Tris.
How are they?
They're looking good. We're gonna have to kind of leave them be for a little while and let her settle.
Yeah.
You know, because that was a lot. She had.
Oh yeah. Man, I told you she was
4
gonna have
people.
them. Gosh, I'm truly happy for Jackson.
Oh my gosh, that was just that would have happened after all this has gone down.
That's right.
I'm so stoked. Tris and I, we've got a pretty strong bond, and the fact that she was able to get through all that, and to top it all off, she had them here, you know, and really I'm hoping that it kind of just brightens everybody up, and it's like, oh, Tris had pups, and we're on our last leg here, and we can kind of finish strong. I got to put all that aside and get my game face on.
Yeah, you quit being a big softy now.
Yeah, I know. I've been loving and doving on them puppies all morning.
Puppy cuddles.
I know, but I do appreciate you.
You bet,
Yeah,
man.
you
You bet.
You got to have a guy holding.
I've loaded bulls before, Diamond.
Nobody ever said you didn't.
Well, don't talk to me like I've never loaded bulls before. Like, this is the problem about being a female in a man's group. Like, don't doubt me. I am more than capable than any of these men here. Like, don't doubt me. I got this.
You know, being in the top 6, this is familiar for me, you know. I was in the same boat in season 2. Now, I'm starting to see that this all-star year is way tougher. And so I have to step it up to remind everybody that, hey, I'm here to play.
All right, Cowboys. There are no teams from this point on, and I'm looking for a leader. I haven't seen that from some of you yet. This is your chance. All right, today's elimination challenge. You've got 4 rogue animals in your herd out here. There's 2 bulls and a pair of Longhorns. We need you to rope them, load them onto the trailer. Now, this is about getting the job done quickly because you all know when a rogue animal gets into your herd, it can wreak havoc, so you only have 30 minutes to get this done. Helping me judge today, Buddy Snoffer Cash Myers, and helping again is the winner of Ultimate Cowboys Season 3, Coy Melanson. All right, Cowboys, y'all can strategize.
Get that herd up here and have a couple people on the herd. The closer we get into that trailer, the less we got to drive them.
What y'all think about 3 people going with 1 animal to a trailer?
I think it's going to take at least
But that way we're not over there 2 guys struggling.
3 or 4.
Yeah, but if that bull goes to the trailer and one guy's got him rope and he gets him there, I mean, like, the other guy needs to run it through and then pull it, and then I don't know what that third guy's going to do.
You got to have a guy holding. The
I've
other
loaded
guys.
bulls before, Diamond.
Nobody ever said you didn't.
Well, don't talk to me like I've never loaded bulls before. Like, this is the problem about being a female in a man's group. Like, don't doubt me. I am more than capable than any of these men here. Like, don't doubt me. I got this. Please don't explain to me. I know how to do this. I'm asking because maybe somebody else needs to be, you know, lining up the next shot so that second bull is already roped and going to the trailer.
Oh, no
you know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, time's up for all you strategizing. You got 30 minutes. Let's go. Sarah stepped out as a leader and seems to have a plan ready. Move the herd near the trailer, roping and loading them as close to the trailer as possible.
Now let's see what the strategy happens from here on out. Looks to me like we need to walk them cattle on down here.
I think we need to get them a little closer, yeah?
They might hold up at this water trough pretty good too.
The closer we get into that trailer, the less we gotta drive them.
And I think they're kind of settled.
JP, super annoying. Like, don't do that. Don't act as though I don't know what's going on, because I do. This is not my first rodeo. No, I think we should take them up there and hold them up.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Everybody here is trying to prove they're the top dog instead of listening to somebody. There's too many cow bosses and not enough cowboys.
I think we should try to get those Longhorns first. I think they're going to be the most trouble.
They ought to be pushing that herd this way. They're keeping that herd 50, 60 yards. They could be closer to this trailer.
Well, it looks like no one's listening to Sarah's plan, and without one clear leader, this could be a mess. This would be a good chance for somebody like Diamond to step up. He has immunity and he's got nothing to lose.
Care if I try to take the shot
Yeah,
if
go
they
ahead,
come
man.
on? Tyler ropes first Longhorn right there on the edge. She's small enough, I'm gonna ease this way.
Looks like Jackson's going to ride up there and try to give him a hand.
That's a good loop from Tyler, but if they'd listened to Sarah, they wouldn't have such a long way to get that Longhorn into the trailer. It's gonna take more time, and time is of the essence when you're getting rogue animals out of a herd. Buck's after the second Longhorn.
You may get a shot at it right there.
Let me see if I can't.
Buck just hit himself with the rope.
Well, you know.
That right there it is.
Well, they got him up and in there.
Those two guys took so long to get that one loaded. I'd have thought these guys would have drove these cows a little bit closer, so the next one's right there closer
I
to the
don't
trailer.
understand why they're staying way off over there with these cattle.
Coming to you, JP, right there.
JP's going after the Longhorn Buck missed.
Attaboy, JP.
JP, he got the other Longhorn rope right there. Sarah's gonna get another rope on him.
Good loop on him.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah missed. Looks like Tyler's coming in to assist.
You got it, Sarah?
If you need slack, Tyler, let me know.
Well, I don't want to cut Sarah off. She can do it. Good job, Sarah.
You got it, you got it. Let her drive.
I know that everybody expects me to rope. And maybe I should have just roped him and not cared about anybody's feelings. But, you know, I roped the first one. I roped the one with the biggest horns right off the bat. It was closer to Sarah, which doesn't mean it was out of range for me, but forgive me for trying to let someone else have an opportunity to rope one.
Yeah, we're good.
They've got their two Longhorns loaded. Now it's time to get their two bulls loaded.
Here, I'm gonna peel him out. I'm gonna step out and peel him out.
Jackson, you good?
We got him right here. We'll just keep him real quiet. So what I'm thinking is, I'm not gonna rope him. He's quiet, so I'm patient, and I just ease him up closer to the trailer.
Why put a rope on him and create chaos when there's no need to create chaos?
Jackson's holding this bull.
Sure looks like he's gonna try and walk this bull straight into the trailer, doesn't it?
I would just hate to try to do that because if he ever gets to the highway, he's out of hell.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
There's a lot of space between the fence and the gate, not to mention he's handling an 1,100-pound bull. Seems risky not to rope it first.
See what old Jackson does here.
Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas, look up.
Yep.
Look up. Stand in that hole.
Say you're right there. Yeah, it's the Jackson show. You know, watching Jackson trying to really show off and whatnot, I had to abandon me trying to really show up and show out to go help, because I didn't want somebody to be in a bind.
I mean, it can get dangerous really quick, but you've got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Good news is Jackson's got that bulwark down here. The bad news is you miss and you're in a bind.
Well, somebody better stick him.
If that bull gets past the trailer, he's gone.
We got your hoe. Put the pressure on him. Put the pressure on him.
Hey! Like that.
Nice job.
They got him.
Loaded him.
He loaded him.
Good job, Jackson. Good job. Man, you know, that was pretty risky, but with
Right.
everybody right there, that was the best time to try it.
Right.
I had a really long night. You know, I was there with my dog giving birth to all these puppies, and so everybody'd be like, oh, Jackson's gonna be slacking. Jackson's gonna be slacking. No, sir. Jackson showed up and showed out, and he was there. And I have a purpose, and I'm here. And I believe it showed this afternoon, for sure.
final bull's been giving Tyler and Sarah a run for their money.
Off over here to my left, I can see Tyler and Sarah. That bull's coming to the herd. I went way past, acted like I wasn't even in it, and then waited. And then I made that little bitty left-hand turn right back around, kept my eye on the prize. Made it happen. I didn't have to show out this afternoon. I had the immunity buckle, but I did it because every time I step on the field, I want it to be said, Diamond left everything on the field, buckle or not.
Hey, little bull, look that way. Yes, sir. You just go to driving, just like that. Go to driving. Hey!
What are they doing out there?
I don't know what Jackson and Buck are doing.
Yeah.
They should be with the team to end the challenge.
Trying to hold up the cattle.
Did we tell them we needed them to do that?
He might go, JP. Look at him. He might go. He might go. Get ready to hold him. He might go. Hold him.
Whoa. When Jim talking about he could just rear him in there, he's having a little trouble there.
Cross me on this side, Diamond.
Can you hold him?
Yes, sir.
They're struggling with loading this bull. If Jackson or Buck were in the hole between the trailer and the fence, they'd be done by now.
Give me your rope, give me your rope, give me your rope.
All right,
Right there, right there.
Come on, JP, come on, JP. Get hurt.
He's in there.
They got him in. That's all they had to do.
Yep, they got him.
Did
Nope.
they? Good.
No, let's roll. Today's challenge did not go well. There were so many cow bosses here today and holes were being left open that somebody needed to be there and I just had to step up and go help.
All right, All-Stars, I'll see you in the arena after a while and somebody will go home. You respect Sarah as a leader?
I respect Sarah.
As a leader?
I think she, as a cowhand, yes, sir, I do.
Not as a leader.
Well, I mean, as a leader, as if.
Walking down to the elimination, I'm really just thinking about, it's tough seeing anyone go home. I think right now we're at the point where we're all really good cowboys, but this is the name of the game. Somebody has to go home.
Naturally, I'm a little nervous. I feel like I pulled my weight today. I did my job. I'm not done fighting this fight. I deserve to be here. I gave it 100% grit. You know, there's a difference between sugar and salt, and I think that he can see that. If I was some sugar, I'd have went home a long time ago, but I'm salty, and I'm here to win this thing.
All right, good evening.
Good evening.
Cowboys, these challenges that we put together for you out in the pastures are designed to do more than just show how much grit you have. But in every group, there's leaders and there's followers. And what we're looking for here at the Ultimate Cowboy is a leader. Somebody that's going to command the respect of his fellow cowboys. Now, today's challenge, and it was a dangerous job and you did it bravely. But that doesn't change the circumstances that we're faced with here tonight. Somebody's got to go home. That's just the way the game's played. But it's not going to be you, is it, Diamond?
No, sir.
You had the immunity buckle today. Go sit on the fence.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Diamond.
Good job, Diamond.
You bet, Diamond. Thank y'all.
Okay, let's start with the strategy session this morning. And the first thing that pops into my mind is I recall Sarah saying, we need to get out there and get around those cows and start pushing them up closer to the trailer. I thought that was a good plan.
I thought it was an excellent plan.
That didn't seem to happen.
No, sir.
What happened when you got out there?
Everyone started getting very nervous. They're like, let's take them, they're here, whatever was said. You know, I think it would have been better to get them a little bit closer so we didn't have so much of a dogfight, but
why didn't you step up and say, look, we all agreed, let's do this. Be that leader.
I have no problem being a leader.
Oh,
That's
I know
not
you
the
don't.
issue. And nothing for nothing. I can't get it a word edgewise, and I ain't fought him over it because there ain't no sense in me trying to butt heads with everybody. It's just like they all start talking when the time starts. I said what I said with all these guys about what I want to do, and then it goes, no, okay, you guys want to take them? Okay, so I'm not going to jump ship. Let's do it. And I get it. I get that there has to be a leader. You guys know that I'm a leader because if I wasn't, I still wouldn't be here.
And maybe the question is, for these 4 men standing here, do you have a problem when somebody comes up with a plan? It's a good plan, but you didn't suggest it, and because maybe she's female, you didn't pay her any attention. That maybe says more about y'all. JP, did you agree with Sarah in the beginning that that was a good plan? And if so, why didn't you carry that out?
I did feel it was a good deal, Trace, but I figured we're far enough to give us enough room, because if we would have been too close to the trailer, it might have scattered them cattle while we're loading them, and it might have caused some chaos.
I think we need to get them a little closer, yeah?
They might hold up at this water trough pretty good, too.
The closer we get into that trailer, the less we got to drive them.
And I think they're kind of settled.
From my vantage point, you were in no danger of being too close to the trailer.
If she would have said a little bit further, we'd have gone a little bit further. I just thought they were fine where they were at.
You respect Sarah as a leader?
I respect Sarah.
As a leader?
I think she, as a cowhand, yes, sir, I do.
Not as a leader?
Well, I mean, as a leader, as if...
You can say it, you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
I just feel like I played a lead role in this too, you know, I felt like I did, so I mean, I don't want to say, yeah, she led this, because I felt like I had a lead role in this today.
Okay, Tyler, there was a point where we thought you had a shot, but you didn't take it. You let Sarah have it. I mean, what was that? Was that you being generous?
I'm gonna be honest. We spotted him. I felt fully capable that I could rope him. It felt like I want to see everybody here win it, and I'm gonna own that. I could have roped him right there and ended the deal.
I kind of look at it like that's maybe a man saying, hey, I trust you, you know?
Yep.
You did a good job. Jackson, that was a heck of a move you pulled today. Loading that bull, no rope. that was pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
The risk is the part that I wanted to touch on, because there was a 6-foot gap between that trailer and that gate post.
Yes, sir.
And if that bull had decided he wanted to shoot through there, y'all wasn't gonna stop him.
Right.
Taking that kind of risk, is that the kind of leadership that you think you bring to this?
That's where I lacked. I should have been a little vocal, just enough to where everybody was on the same page. I should have been like, hey guys, let's just see if this bull will just go right on, because he has been real quiet. That was my downfall right there. But he was so quiet that I was just like, he's quiet, let's just stay quiet with him.
I'm gonna let Cash elaborate on this part.
You know, Jackson, you still scare me. It was a great job, it was a huge risk, but you know, to be the ultimate cowboy, I feel like I need a steady hand, and I have no doubt of how good a hand you are. But trusting you to be the ultimate cowboy, I need somebody pretty consistent, pretty solid, and that part worries me about you. Buck, man, a few days ago, I felt like you was the guy to beat around here. And I don't know if that high got too high for you and you've kind of let it come back down, but you know, you didn't show up very good today. So I feel like both of you are capable to win this whole thing, but we need a consistent leader, we need a consistent guy that's gonna be the ultimate cowboy, so we'll see how it goes.
Jackson and Buck, stay right here. The rest of you go sit on the fence. There's 2 of you here. 1 of you's going home. All right, 2 of you here. 1 of you's gonna go home. I can tell you right now why you 2 guys are standing here tonight and everybody else is sitting on the fence. Really, it didn't really matter what any of you did up until the very end of that challenge today. Because when I saw those 4 hands over there loading livestock in that trailer, I couldn't believe I sat there and looked out there and both you experienced hands just sitting out there on those cows.
Yes, sir. If 4 people can't handle a 1,100-pound bull, then, you know, put them back on water and walk away from them.
I kind of agree with you.
Yes, sir.
Y'all could have showed some urgency in getting them back on there and getting up there and helping your team.
Yes, sir.
Somebody could have got hurt, one of them bulls could have got ringy, and y'all would have been sitting out there on that herd while they're over there loading that last bull. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. Buck, what'd you do today that you thought like maybe on your highlight reel?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. No, sir. You know, I said it a couple eliminations ago that last year I came at it and wanted to be the best cowboy ever, but I never was a competitor. And I tried real hard this season to really be competitive and just win. And today, That cowboy side got me. I slowed down and didn't think when.
What are you doing? You standing out here cutting your own throat. What are you doing?
Well, Trace, I'm gonna own up to my mistakes. And that was a huge mistake today.
God. All right. The only thing that's keeping you from going home tonight, Jackson, is the fact that you loaded that bull without even putting a rope on him. That was a cool thing to see today. It was a risk, but you did it, and you got it done. Buck, I mean, there's one thing about being honest, and then there's sometimes about just a lack of confidence that it seems to me that you've shown this year on the Ultimate Cowboy. I mean, I don't know what happened, dude, but you talk a good game, but then there just did seem to be a lack of confidence. And, you know, bad thing is, I just keep looking at that wagon sitting in the ditch, and I can't pull your wagon out of the ditch, Hoss. You're a great cowboy, and I've become a real fan of you for the last couple of seasons, but you're not gonna be the Ultimate Cowboy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bud.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but
Good luck, pal. Keep at it.
It stings. It stings to the heart a lot. I mean, I wasn't necessarily here for myself, you know, this wasn't a selfish thing. It was here for my wife and future children, and I failed them. I did. I took 3 months off of work just to be prepared. And to have Trace stand there and say I have low confidence, guarantee you one thing, he just don't know who Buck Faust is. So when you're 26 years old and you've done what I've done, that stands for something. You know, so I'm not gonna let this failure of an all-star season in Ultimate Cowboy define who Buck Faust is. Best is yet to come.
This is it. There's 5 of you left. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Buck didn't give me no choice tonight. He did it to himself. Y'all heard him. I didn't even have to say anything. Just offered himself up. I can't let that slide. All right, it's gonna be tough from here on out. You know that. It was a good day. I enjoyed watching y'all work. My compadre said the same thing. Try to get some sleep tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Sir.